For BamaCentral.com, my name is Clay Miller, and this is the Extra Point. Today, I'm joined by Tony Sukalis, Bama Central writer, to discuss Alabama football and their pro day that they had this week. And let's start right at the top, Tony, with Evan Neal, who projects to be maybe even the number one overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. What are your thoughts on him and what he did at pro day that might have been impressive?
So Evan Neal didn't do much at Pro Day. He didn't run the 40, and I think that was kind of one of the storylines, but he didn't have to do much. He did the position drills. He looked good in the position drills, and that's really all we needed to see from Evan Neal. We've seen plenty on tape of him. You just look at his body. He wears his weight so well. There's not a wasted pound on his body. It's all lean muscle. It's his draft stock's really going to come down to what the Jaguars do with that number one pick. Do they go edge rusher or do they go left tackle? If they go left tackle, I think Evan Neal's the guy, and I think he's proven he's the best left tackle. He can't control anything else. So in terms of what he's done on Pro Day, I think he did everything he needs to. And look, if he falls, he shouldn't fall out of the top 5, really. So he's going to have a hefty payday come next month.
Neal is the headliner, obviously, for this Alabama draft class, but there's a lot of players looking to kind of improve and move up. Were there any other players at the pro day who might have helped their draft stock and impressed some teams that were there?
I think when you look at Slade Bolden, he looked in shape. He looked, cut. He made some nice catches. And he's a guy that, I personally said that was going to go late in the draft or wouldn't get drafted. And, maybe he's kind of steadily, improving his stock. I don't think he's going to be a high draft pick, but I think he's cementing himself as somebody that, is going to get drafted and maybe even higher than maybe some people would think. Another guy that I really like is Jalen Armour-Davis. He looks really fast. Obviously he ran a good time in the 40 at the combine. He's got that track star speed. He's underrated. He was Alabama's top cornerback last year. So that's another guy. Brian Robinson is another one I think I'd circle too as somebody that looked good in what he did over there. Fidarian Mathis didn't run the 40, but he's a guy that, I think he's another one of those you can put in that underrated category of it was a big part of what Alabama did last year and maybe didn't get all the credit he deserves. So there's a few guys right there that I think, I like what I saw from them. And I think that they could be like sneaky draft risers if things go right for him.
Certainly. And whether or not where they get drafted, we should still expect a plethora of Alabama players to be taken in this upcoming NFL draft. Thank you so much for joining me today, Tony. Appreciate your time. Once again, for BamaCentral.com, my name is Clay Miller, and this has been The Extra Point.